Hey guys, Iceman here. So last night when the Diablo 3 ladder reset, I decided to give it a try for a few minutes, and I leveled this Vaman up to level 40, okay? Trying to make a summoner necromancer. And as you can see here, she has her little army, and they consist of 7 skeleton warriors total, and then 1 golem. The mages in Diablo 3 are different from the mages in Diablo 2. The mages here, you cast them and they last like 6 seconds, but there's some items you can get that modify that, but you really have to continually cast the damn mages, so I'm just not really interested in doing that as of right now. It seems like they were kind of trying to take away from just the automation that the Summoner Necromancer had in Diablo 2. That might be part of it, but I don't know. But nonetheless, man, it does keep you somewhat active in the playstyle. Like, there's a lot of shit you can do. This is Torment 1, and my character really isn't up to par for this shit. But let me show you something that's really awesome about this game. Or some of the Necromancer mechanics. For one, your Golem, you can make him splat his ass, and then you can use the corpses that he leaves. It's one of the options you have with the skill sets that Golem offers, or the rune modifications. But anyway, what's really nice, what I think is epic, and maybe it should be in Diablo 2, it would have been cool to have this mechanic in it, is how you can actually make your skeletons attack a single target, and you don't have to teleport on the target like you do in Diablo 2 and just hope they all keep attacking the same target. Because, of course, they're completely up to their own agency in Diablo 2. Well, they'll just attack anything. Whereas these ones, they do that. But you see this skill right here? This is the command skeletons. And, of course, it has all the rune modifiers where you can select one of those. Let's take a look at them. And I have mine on Frenzy right now that just makes them go on a frenzy for a few seconds when you click the active skill, which costs you essence or mana. And the passive is that they're just going to be there and they're going to keep attacking shit. So the active is what changes with these skill modifiers. Alright. But yeah, I think it's Toad how you can actually command them to attack something. You see that? I made them attack that log. And right here, I'll make them all attack this fat boy right here. Watch this. See? And you can curse them. Decrepifies in Diablo 3, which is pretty Toad. But yeah, this is it's quite difficult right now in this setting. Because it's Torment 1 and my character's gear really sucks. I just been taking it easy. Just, maybe getting to level 70 without looking at many guys. Just screwing around with the summoner. And I know there's a more optimal way to level and to build my character in terms of skills, but I'm just kind of doing this for fun. Oh, and here's a little treasure goblin. Let's see if we can take him out. So you can cast your golem, and then you can utilize the corpses that he drops for whatever corpse skill you have. Corpse Explosion is in Diablo 3 as well. I'll show you some skill modifiers for that. But you see these corpses, this is called Corpse Lance, and you click on an enemy with it, and it utilizes the corpses around to actually blast a lance at the enemies. And you get 1 lance per corpse. You see that? It's pretty epic, man. There's some fun to be had in Diablo 3 for a few minutes, really. And now we'll try Corpse Explosion. Target an area exploding up to 5 corpses within 11 yards. And it doesn't take any mana or essence, these corpse skills. It just uses up the corpse. So they're free to cast as long as there's a corpse. And then you can modify them. See this? You can increase the radius. You can add poison damage to it. Away from you, hitting all targets in a cone or dead cold, freezing all enemies caught in the explosion. Yeah, a freezing corpse explosion. And here's what that does. It has a chain reaction. If you just hit it once, it'll take effect on the corpses in its explosion radius, I believe. But I like Corpse Lance. It's really good for single target. And then you don't have to worry about the enemies being near the corpses. Although, isn't there a rune for Corpse Explosion? Let's take a look at it. Look at that skill right there with those skeletons that just, yeah, they just come out of the ground and just kill the shit out of whatever you click on. It has a really long cooldown. That skill is called Army of the Dead. And it's pretty epic, man. In fact, I don't know if I have that rune modified at all. But yeah, that skill where you can just make the skeletons attack whatever you want like that. Something like that is like a step forward, I think, for what Diablo 2 offered. And that would be a good move for them to have something like that with a summoner character in Diablo 4. Or even a Diablo 2 remaster, I think. That would be nice. It'd be a convenient thing, you know, because when you're a summoner in Diablo 2, sometimes it's a bitch when they're just attacking random enemies and they're not really going after the target that you want them to attack. So you can get around that by using teleport from Enigma. But that just gets annoying, or from other items, and it's really expensive to get that. But of course in Path of Diablo there's the teleport skill, but it has an 8-second cooldown. But more importantly, when you do that, like I said, they'll just start attacking random shit anyway. It'll condense them for a moment, but they'll start attacking random shit. So it's just cool being able to control your army a little bit more. You know what I mean? The golem in this looks ugly as fuck. That's a negative. It's just fucking disgusting. You know, I don't know why they had to make him look like that. And then there's Ice Golem. And he doesn't look so ugly, but it's so animated. You know what I mean? Like, that's another downfall of Diablo 3. Is just how animated this game is. It looks like it's straight up out of a cartoon. And everything's super exaggerated. The physics, the gear that your characters generally wear, the way things explode and move and die, it's just all exaggerated shit that bends the realm of physics as we know it. So I don't find that to be very pleasing. Diablo 3 was more grounded in reality in terms of its proportion of humans and the way that things would interact with each other and the physics of it. Decay Golem, the fuck? Yeah, that's pretty tight. So that one I think does poison damage. It's damaged by... consumes corpses at the targeted location, increasing its damage by 30% per corpse. Probably don't want that one because I really like utilizing corpses. But yeah, there's Decrepify with a bunch of things you can do with it. And it's kind of like Decrepify from Diablo 2. It slows them down quite a bit. And it actually reduces them by 75%, which is pretty nice. It lasts for 30 seconds. So there's all these runes for it. They can have an increased chance of getting stunned when you decrepify them. You can decrease their movement speed even more. You can gain movement speed when you crush them all. That's what I have going on right now. The damage reduction increased by 40%, but no longer reduces movement speed. 1% cooldown reduction for every enemy cursed. Damn! Yeah, that's pretty toad. And then there's Bone Spirit as well, and Bone Armor, and they do weird things. This is like a teleport sort of skill. I don't know what this thing is. That will duplicate your secondary skills. Holy shit. That's pretty toad. Here's Skeleton Mage, alright? And you can actually have one big-ass one. Or just a bunch of little ones. The big-ass one, I think, consumes all your mana. Oh, fuck. Wrong skill. Yeah, that skill is toad, though. But, okay, here's Mage. See him? Now, this is, oh shit, I don't have Decrepify now. Yeah, this difficulty is, it's too high for this character, I think. I should, down it a little bit and get better gear. Oh, fuck. I'm not going to be able to kill him like this. I accidentally took over my Decrepify with this. But yeah, Decrepify is quite toad, man. But If you guys want to mix shit up for a minute, you know, the ladder just reset for Diablo 3. So I might make another character. I might make a wizard or something. With the Litany of Nightmare set that everyone gets now at the start of this season. It's active. The benefits of that set, which means if you have a primal or ancient item, and increases all your damage by 750%. And that adds up every primal and ancient item you have. It's an additional 750% enhanced damage every primal or ancient. And that applies to all your skills, as long as you're not wearing any other set bonuses, or set pieces even, I think. So, yeah, that's a great way to go. And it opens up, you know, build possibilities, I think, for this season, because you don't have to wear one of the like 4 or 5 sets that are all end game sets, and there's nothing beyond that. So having that Litany of Nightmares thing is kind of what got me to want to play for a minute. It might prolong the experience just a bit, because you're really going to want to find the primals and ancients. And of course, you can't start finding them until level 70. And they might not even drop. I think they drop in Torment and up, but I'm not entirely sure. They might drop in all the Torment levels, but I'm not sure, or difficulties. But yeah, the Necromancer, brah. I figured I'd get that Litany of Nightmare set, and I'd just chill out and let my skeletons do a ton more damage, and just see, you know, how well can just a straight up skeleton summoner actually do with that set. There might be more optimal builds for like hitting higher, greater rifts. Like I think there's a Mage build with Litany of Nightmares that has, you know, pretty high capability in terms of what it can reach in greater rifts. But I'm not looking for that. You know, I'm just looking to chillax and let my skeletons do most of the work. And I don't want the mages because I have to keep casting them. But I might have a mixture of both once I get that, once I start leveling up a bit more. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this shit. And I might make a few more Diablo 3 videos. I plan to play, you know, a little bit off and on for the next couple days, so we'll see how that goes. But like this video if you will, and become a patron if you want. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you guys. Peace be with you.